really believe in the battlefield? Will the dead come for revenge? This soldier is on a mission in the battlefield. Suddenly a ghost appeared before his eyes. At this moment, the soldier peed on the ground. However, when he took off his eyepieces, the ghost disappeared strangely, just as he put his eyepieces back on. The mysterious death of a soldier has attracted the attention of the military. Soon James Badgedale was taken to the military base. The eyepiece that captured this strange scene was made by him. He's one of America's leading weapons experts. Arrived at the base with him, and CIA agent Emily Mortimer. His presence upset James Badgedale. Then they saw strange images in the battlefield. A top special forces soldier was easily killed like this, and here's what's even weirder. His internal organs were completely frozen, but the skin shows signs of being burned. Folk rumors say it's a vengeance from the dead on the battlefield. Emily Mortimer believes it was the enemy's stealth weapon. James Badgedale dissented. He thinks it is impossible for local forces to create such advanced weapons. To further clarify the truth, a spectroscopic camera more sensitive than a soldier's eyepiece, mounted on a chariot. Once the ghost appears, he will have nowhere to hide. Soon a well-equipped team headed to the battlefield filled with gunpowder. After reaching the target, the team entered a building, and James Badgedale is watching from inside the building. The soldiers soon discovered a body, still dead without any wounds. Suddenly a bathtub caught their attention. They walked over cautiously. At this point, the team's heart has already reached the throat. When I opened the bathtub, I found that it was a friendly soldier. He started talking nonsense. He was obviously taken aback by something. At this point, another team discovered a large number of bodies. They are still. It's a bizarre death without any wounds. This makes the atmosphere even more tense. As a soldier goes deeper, the ghost appeared before his eyes again. He goes up with a bullet. However, the bullet went straight through the ghost and hit the wall. The next second, a flash of white light. The soldier died on the spot. The teammates who heard the movement rushed to reinforce. The soldiers who found the ghost began to export like crazy. But bullets don't do anything at all. Soldiers are frantically harvested by ghosts. Facing the crushing of unknown forces, the team can only choose to retreat. James Badgedale also launched the Spectral camera, watching the soldiers flee to the window. Ghost shows his super strength. A shock wave directly penetrates the soldier's body. A double kill came in defiance of gravity. In an instant, most of the soldiers were dead and wounded. Just at this moment, James Badgedale finally sees the true face of the ghost. This scene stunned James Badgedale on the spot, beside the bearded man. Don't know where I got a bazooka. Without saying a word, he came to the ghost. Surprisingly, the ghost reappeared. One flash killed the bearded man. It's going to be wiped out. They got in and they ran. Who knows he hasn't escaped 3 miles. Was blown up by a landmine. The vehicle is now completely scrapped. The team can only escape to an abandoned factory. And here's what's even worse. Their eyepieces are all damaged. And that's all that's left now. This spectral camera. What are they going to do about it? No one knows where these ghosts came from. They only know that once they come into contact with the internal organs of the body, will be instantly frozen. The skin is severely burned. What's even scarier is, cannonballs can't hurt a single bit. Not even tanks could withstand his fatal blow. Just now, a battle-hardened one. Delta Force was ravaged by their madness. The team that lost to the Wraith fled to an abandoned factory. The team is now surrounded by ghosts. Through spectral cameras, team found this invincible ghost also has weaknesses. They're being held back by a black substance. James Badgedale soon discovered that it was iron filings. Once the ghosts get close, they become unable to move an inch. The team soon realizes that someone must have done it on purpose. They quickly launched a search for the factory. Then they found a suspicious room. Just opened the door. Bullets were fired from inside the house. When they charged in, it turned out to be 2 children. It was their father. Barriers made to protect them. But my father died. And the other side. The team contacted the headquarters, but the rescue helicopter, it can only land in the nearby square. To reach the square, you must step out of the barrier. And they didn't know what to do. That's when James Badgedale discovered an inexhaustible supply of iron filings. He had an idea. Everyone hurriedly made all kinds of iron filings shells. Even the grenades were filled with iron filings. And James Badgedale had an idea. A spectral camera has been converted into a searchlight, so that everyone can see ghosts with the naked eye. When everything is ready, a fierce battle is imminent. They immediately began to evacuate. The ghosts soon overtook them. A soldier is an iron bomb without a word. This really limited the movement of the ghost, but Wraith has an advantage in numbers. They rush towards the squad like crazy. The team can only attack and flee to the square. Finally, they succeeded in arriving, but their searchlights were also completely scrapped. Now the naked eye is no match for ghosts at all. Just when everyone is desperate, the tanks of the rescue team have reached the battle. They even brought giant searchlights. With a burst of bright light, the scene that came into view completely stunned everyone. The soldier didn't say a word. and a few shells came. Such a close attack, and there was a cloud of dust. They expected a wave of damage, but still naive. Ghosts are absolutely immune to physical attacks. They were completely outraged. Soldiers are being harvested like crazy again. The destruction of the searchlight caused everyone to fall into despair again. At this critical moment, the helicopter finally arrived at the scene. James Badgedale is smart again. One blow directly destroyed all the iron bombs in his hand. With the blessings of the powerful wind of the helicopter, the ghosts can only watch them escape. This is the most brutal human experiment in the history of science. A living human being, it was transformed into an Einstein condensate, turned into a ghost. They come with stealth skills, and ignore any harm from human weapons. What's even scarier is, they killed their creators. Then it appeared in the battlefields of Eastern Europe, and the elite US troops who came to find out the truth. Trapped in a base at the moment, scientist James Badgedale conducted a series of studies, finally discovered the weakness of the ghost. Now, they are busy making counter-weapons. When everything is ready, they decided to head straight for the enemy base camp, fight to the death with ghosts. Soon the team arrived at the ghost lair. As the hatch opens, a modified robot dog fell from the sky. Under the searchlight, the team quickly found the target. They quickly set up the electromagnetic gun. With the insertion of 4 large power banks, soldiers with 6 heads ready to fight. The ghost rushed over like crazy. Sure enough, the electromagnetic gun successfully destroyed the ghost. The team then launched a full-scale attack. At this moment, James Badgedale leads another unit directly inside the base. Their goal is to find the root cause of all this. As they go deeper, they were completely shocked by what they saw. This is exactly what James Badgedale guessed. Machines are now scanning at the molecular level. And then they were printed as condensed matter. Apparently, it has become a weapons factory. Countless ghosts are being born here. And as another hatch opens, the scene in front of them completely scared the two of them. There are countless ghosts in the container. Once they are released, that would be a catastrophe for all mankind. Emily Mortimer from Dead Scientist got the endpoint key. In the system, they finally found a way to wipe out the ghosts once and for all. Aware of the threat, the ghosts began to stir. They went crazy banging against glass made in China. James Badgedale has no time to think too much. He quickly removed the connecting cable. Suddenly, a ghost broke through the window. Emily Mortimer turned it into scum without saying a word. And at this time, the battle outside the base is equally tragic. The ghosts of the losing squad began to gather. This greatly enhances the combat power of the ghost. Soldier's electromagnetic gun can't do any damage. In the nick of time, the captain had a very bold idea. He took all the soldiers' guns. It's all connected. Wait for the energy to be charged. He's ready to fire the fatal blow. This powerful electromagnetic gun sent the ghost directly to the sky, but it also damaged the Chinese glass in the base. Ghosts fly out like wild horses. At this critical moment, James Badgedale finally cuts all the cables. At this moment, countless ghosts were frozen framed in the air. They start to fade away. In the end, everything disappeared completely in front of everyone. The disaster is over. However, at this moment, James Badgedale discovered a secret room. It turns out that behind every ghost, there's a living human being on life support. All they're left with is nerves and a brain. The soul is somewhere between life and death. James Badgedale feels this pain deeply. To set them free completely, he unplugged all the vessels without hesitation. The movie ends here. Although this is a science fiction war movie, but the director's real purpose is to preach peace. Once modern warfare breaks out, it's a disaster for all of humanity. May the world be filled with peace. Never let World War III happen.